Hello class. We'll be talking about a few important terms for rotation. The first one we want to talk about is the center of symmetry. Before we start talking about the three important terms here, the center of symmetry is really the point in the middle really of a shape, the center of a circle, the center for this plus sign looking shape would be in the middle right here. Okay. That is important when we're talking about these three important terms. So rotational symmetry, that is when a shape coincides with itself before a 360 degrees rotation about its center of symmetry. So if this is the center of symmetry, we want to see if this shape right here has rotational symmetry. So if we actually took this shape here and we rotated it, okay, 90 degrees, and this way we're going in this direction, which is clockwise. So clockwise, we would say, so clockwise, clockwise, it's not writing well, but the clockwise is going just like the clock. The arms of the clock move to the right always, from the top to the right. If we do a 90 degrees rotation, we're gonna end up with the shape as it appears before. So this shape right here has rotational symmetry. Another number or another term that we're going to be talking about is the order of rotation. The order of rotation is the number of times a shape coincides with itself after a 360 degrees rotation. So if you're looking at this original shape right here, if we rotated it 90 degrees clockwise, we're going to end up with the same shape. It looks identical to itself originally. We rotate it another 90 degrees or 180 degrees from the beginning, we end up with a second rotation that ends up with the same shape again. So this is 1, this is 2, if we do a third rotation, so this time another 90 degrees from here or 270 degrees from the original, we end up with this shape. And finally, the final rotation, in this case 360 degrees, you go back to your original spot. So this shape is said to have an order of rotation of 4. Okay, so that's really how many rotations you can make, or how many times you will hit the original shape before when you do the 360 degrees. So that, in other words, the number of times a shape coincides with itself after a 360 degrees. So for this one here, it happens once, twice, 3 times, 4 times to go back to its original shape. So any shape pretty much can have an order of rotation of 1. This one has 4. Okay, because any shape, if you rotate it 360 degrees, will have would go back to its original shape. You can look at other shapes. If you have a star, like a starfish kind of thing, so you could imagine that this one here, if it would have 5 or order of rotation of 5. So you can say order of rotation 5 for this shape. The last thing we want to talk about is the angle of rotation. Angle of rotation really is the angle at which this rotates. So for example, when you're talking about this one here, this is the angle of rotation, 90 degrees. So angle of rotation is also 180 degrees for the second shape, because we're always talking about from the original shape, not from where it was before. So 360 there as well. Okay.